Undisputed champion. Congratulations. I guess just, knowing the journey that it was to get from the original fight to here and everything you went through, I mean, what's the emotions like for you right now?
Roller coaster. It's been a long 13 months, and I think I expressed that a lot during the fight week. Truly blessed to be back here. I'm just glad I came out on the right side of that decision. I don't know what the heck that one judge was thinking, but great fight, big night. Got my friends, my family, my teammates, my fiance, my mom, just overwhelmed with emotion, man. This has just been a dream come true, something I envisioned for a very long time since I first set sight on this sport. And baby, we did it. We did it. We did it the way I wanted to do it. And this time remove all doubt, show that that last one was not anything even close to what I'm capable of doing, And for the people who question my skills, who's laughing now? How about those clown emojis now?
I was going to ask you, I mean, you talked about obviously, surgical repair and changing everything. I guess getting in there tonight, I mean, how much different did you feel? Did you perform the way that you thought you would based on, the training camp and everything?
I felt like that was still a lackluster performance on my end, and I just hold myself to a really high standard, and I know I'm capable of a lot more than that. Giving up that fourth round the way I did, and giving up the back control when I had the hooks in and kind of just jumped the gun. A little sloppy. That should have been a 4-round sweep. And Jan is a tough dude. He made some adjustments. He capitalized on my mistakes where I made them. And that's really what it is. This is a game of inches. We're at the top of the sport. Like, anyone could be anybody on any given day. And for the odds makers to have me that big of an underdog, you made Long Island very, 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 very rich, so thank you for that one. I never had a doubt in myself, and I think people could see how I came into this octagon tonight, that I was feeling myself and ready to go, and the old Funk Master is back, and next time I'm going to get a finish, man, because I really thought I was going to get him out of there.
You say next time, I was going to ask. I mean, Dana was here earlier, and he said, we don't need to do it right away. It'll be there at some point. But do you feel like it's inevitable that you face Jan again at some point?
100%. If he wants to go 0-3 against me, he could do that.
The last thing for me, it did seem like Dana said the Dillashaw fight was the one that made the most sense. I guess, why is that the one that intrigues you the most? And, how soon do you want to do it? Do you feel like you need to make up for lost time? Do you want to take some time away to enjoy yourself? What do you think?
13 long months. I think I earned a little bit of a break, Starting a training camp, stopping a training camp. I kind of want to pursue my acting career a little bit further. 50 Cent, if you're out there, Power Universe, put me in. I would like a long-term role, maybe Power Book 2. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take off like 3-4 weeks, kind of just take a vacation with the lady when she finishes up her final semester in nursing school. We deserve a little bit of a break. She's been working really, really hard, and proud of her. So this has been a big month. We haven't really got a chance to hang out with each other because she's been focused, I've been dialed in, and here we are. First is me, she's up next. And then we got a couple other guys on the horizon. They're going to be in the Contender Series soon, and we got a lot of good guys coming out of this gym, and you guys have yet to see the best out of the Serra-Longo fight team. So I'm excited, and of course you got the machine, the Merab,
Aljamain, right here. Is it personal at all with you and TJ? I mean, he's being one of your bigger critics since the first fight with Piotr.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? Can you elaborate a little bit?
No, I'm just saying, oh, yeah, he's been a big critic.
Yeah.
The guy's just been nonstop talking about me, talking about my heart and this, that, the spirit of a fighter. I mean, the spirit of a fighter is someone who's never going to give up, if you ask me. And I think I showed that this time. I think I showed that even in my worst night, which was my first performance against Jan. And that was a shell of myself, and he couldn't get me out of here that night, and he wasn't going to get me out of here this night either, So I think I showed what I'm capable of and where my mental fortitude is, where it's at. You're going to need a lot more than that to break me and make me quit in there. So I don't know if that's what he's thinking. I don't know. If anyone's mentally weak, it's that guy. The guy needed steroids and EPO to catapult his career to even win as many fights as he's did in the UFC. So his whole UFC tenure is tainted. So I can't wait to punch him in the face. That would be somebody I would enjoy punching. He's got good skill, but the guy's a cheat. He's dirty, and I'd like an opportunity to slap him up, and we can figure out who's number one again.
Do you have extra confidence about that style matchup now? I think you could make an argument that, you know, he has some similarities to Piotr.
I think so. He wants to stand and trade the whole time, and I think anyone realizes, like, I can stand up and strike, but I don't need to. It's kind of a silly game to do that the whole time if I have an expertise and I'm so much better in another area over my opponents, you know? So it's like, if I can exploit that, why not? If I can level change and have you respecting the takedown instead of just trading punches with you, I'm going to do that. So it's an interesting fight. I think it'll be a fun fight. The fans are going to have a good time watching that one. And I think he's a little small for the weight. And I think I get on his back like that. I think that guy gets out of there. You know what I mean? So I dropped those shots on TJ's little head. I got a little head too. I dropped those shots on TJ's little head though. I don't think he's taking it the way Jan did tonight in that second round. You know, I really thought I was going to get a finish. So I do that to TJ. I think I get a finish and stop that fight.
And last thing from me, I'm just curious how you felt about tonight after you get your hand raised. This is obviously one of the greatest moments of your life, and the crowd is just booing the hell out of you. What's that like? What kind of emotions do you have in that moment?
I take it all in. It is what it is. People are going to hate you for whatever reasons that don't make sense, and it's fine. I get it. You're entitled to your own opinion. But my resume speaks for itself. I didn't get any handouts to get to this position in my career. I fought the best guys when they were the best guys in the weight. I've been in the top 5 and top 10 since my 3rd UFC fight. And I think that speaks volumes on my tenacity and being able to persevere through my ups and downs. There's a lot more ass out there to whoop, you know. There's Cruz, there's Aldo, there's TJ. People can say whatever they want, boo me, cheer me. I'm going to turn that around and use that as energy to give me momentum in the fight, and that's the best way I could look at it. Life is going to give you adversity anytime. Your career, work, relationships, it's what you do with it and how you spin that to make it work for you. You can sit there, tuck your tail, and cry about it. Oh, they don't like me. I don't give a shit. I'm still going to get up. I'm going to be me. I'm going to do me, and I'm going to continue to live my life the way I want to live my life.
I was around the front right here. Henry Cejudo also tweeted that he was getting back in the testing pool today after the... Is that a fight you would want to, if he drops to 135 again?
I would love that. I think Henry's a tough competitor. He's a gamer. When the tough gets going, the same thing. He has that grit. He'll bite down on his mouthpiece and he'll throw some leather. And that would be. I feel like that would be the toughest matchup for me because he's actually a really good wrestler. So we would have to figure it out on the feet, and I think my length would be a problem for him because I'd be able to spam those front kicks right up the middle all night. You know, but if the Muppet want to come back and Triple C wants to get demoted to Double C, then we could do that, you know. So Henry Cejudo, get back in that pool and we could talk.
Aljamain over here. It's been a very fun build throughout this week, and you asked people the question, and you asked the fans and those who doubted you, what are you going to do when I'm sitting up at that table with the title? What do you say to those people now? Those people who doubted you. You said a lot in the octagon, but I'm curious what you have to say to them now.
I got to find all the comments and troll them back and just start being super petty. And if I have the time for it, you know, I got receipts, man. People wrote me off for one bad performance. And again, one bad performance doesn't define you for the rest of your life. And just like anything else in life, it shouldn't define you for the rest of your life, you know. So I love this sport because it teaches you so much about life. This is literally you versus you going out there, improving, becoming the best version of yourself, and taking things that come and, you know, either it's going to be a good night or it's going to be a bad night in the office. And fortunately for me, tonight was a good night. We put the work in, and the critics, they can sit there behind and be their thumb pushers as much as they want. I know some people are still going to be doubting me and talking shit. It is what it is. You said I didn't earn the belt. You said I was a fake champ. Now what are you going to say? Belt's right here. And for people, please don't call me champ. Just call me Aljo. I'm a blue-collar guy. That's all I want to be known as, Aljo. I don't need to have people say, oh, champ, champ, champ. You know, last thing I want to do is get my head big, and that's not who I am, you know. So Aljo, Aljamain, and or the Funk Master.
Yeah, because a lot of people on social media have been saying if there's anybody who deserves to go on a victory tour and a victory lap and say everything he's got to say to everybody, it's you. But you're a pretty humble guy, Aljo. I know like there's a part of you that just wants to go out and just blast everybody, but there's probably a part of you as well that wants to just get right back into the gym and get ready for the next fight. So how do you sort of balance that out?
Well, I had a long 13 months, and I'm going to take at least 4 weeks off and just hang out, enjoy life, be a normal, everyday pedestrian, and just kick my feet up and relax, hang out with the friends, coach a little bit with the team and stuff like that, travel a little bit. You know, COVID took a lot of that away from us, so things are finally starting to get back to normal the way they should have been. And I'm just happy to be in this position where it's a little bit sweeter to go on vacation with a win as opposed to a loss. And that's really it. You know, I'm a troll myself, you know. I like to have a little fun. People think, oh, they're getting under my skin. Dude, you're not getting under shit. This is what we do in Long Island. We break each other's balls, we talk shit, and we just have a good time. That's just how we are, you know. And you got to have thick skin to hang out with our crew, you know. So there's going to be some people that I got receipts for that I need to rub it in their faces, so I'll do that.
And then last thing for me, you mentioned how Long Island is richer today because you were the big underdog. You were surprised that you were the big underdog. Are you a little bit richer because you believed in yourself? Did you believe in yourself from a piggy bank perspective?
I can't say that. I can't say that. I'm richer because, you know, I finally got some pay-per-view points. I do think all fighters that fight on a pay-per-view should get pay-per-view points, though. That's just my personal opinion because we all make up the card, you know. But I'm glad Piotr got pay-per-view points as well as the interim champion, and I think that's fair. You know, he's a big name. This was a highly anticipated fight, and people tuned in a lot for this, you know. So I'm just glad I got paid on that front, and just going to keep adding to the checks and take care of my mom, take care of my family, and that's really it.
It seems you like being the heel in this situation. Do you almost prefer it than being sort of the baby face and having the crowd behind you?
Yes and no, because being the heel, you got to really work. You got to like actually put time in. You got to be like Kobe. You got to be like Cejudo. It's a little bit of work, and I don't have the energy to do that all the time. I like just being me. I want to have fun when I want to have fun. I want to be serious when I want to be serious. So just let me just do my thing, and if you like me, you like me. If you don't, there's other flavors for you to go mingle with that, you know, fighters that you might like and that type of thing. So I ain't never going to change. I'm going to be the same guy with or without the belt. So my real friends and family, as long as they know that about me, that's all that matters, because everything else is just noise.
Yeah. And the fight was fun to watch, but something else that was a lot of fun to keep an eye on was the corner work. The great quotes, they were just hyping you up. I mean, go stare at him. Ray Longo was yelling at you. Can you talk about how important that was in between rounds? Because, I mean, we saw how it, like, you know, brought up your energy, and it really made a difference in the fight.
No, it was big, and I do think I fought relatively sloppy in that 4th and 5th round, which is the ones that he clearly won. But, you know, having these guys, being able to hear them in the corner, and just having guys that you trust, it means a lot, because these guys have been in the trenches with me, you know, and that's the most important. And there's no value you could place on that. And at the end of the day, this is my team, this is my squad, these are going to be my people, and the corner, it is what it is, you know. I'm relatively adaptable with anyone in terms of like cornerman type of thing, but to have people that you trust and you're very familiar with, it's always going to be a much better thing to have.
Yeah, and last question. First title defense is officially in the books. What goals do you have as a champion? Is there any specific cities where you'd like to headline, or any specific names that you'd like to get in the division? Any specific goals that you have now as champion?
UFC Jamaica would be amazing to have. Now people can't say, oh, you're a fake Jamaican champ. No, first generation Jamaican champion. Let's do it, Dana. You got Leon Edwards. You got a bunch of other young brothers out there too. Ode Osborne. There's a couple other guys. I'm forgetting. Randy Brown, a few others. I think we could make a really, really amazing fight card. Uriah Hall. So I think just expanding markets, you know. I think this is going to be a much more notable win for Jamaica to to really start to realize like, hey, we got something here. We're a very, very talented country. We're a small place. We're looking but with Talawa, you know. So it would be a nice, cool thing to have. But outside of that, I don't know. I haven't really given that any thought. I just wanna hang out, have a few drinks, and chill with the family.
Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Aljo, you look to be in your best form as far as your performance goes tonight. Regardless of what fans or critics may say after the layoff and all things combined going into it, how much of a sense of personal fulfillment and vindication do you have?
For me, this was everything. And again, win or lose, I was going to take a vacation, just decompress. This sport can take a lot out of you, especially when it's all you're thinking about, all you're doing. But to go out with the win makes it that much sweeter. And for everyone saying all the stuff that they're saying, for me, it just rolls off my back. It's just motivation at the end of the day. You can say whatever you want behind your keyboards, talk your shit. I'm the one out here actually chasing a dream. And I think anyone who's got that type of ambition would never, ever hate or throw dirt on anybody's name because they understand what it takes to get to even just challenging for a world title. That's not easy to do. You know, how many people get into the sport? How many people get cut from the UFC after 2 fights? You know, I've been with this company for a very, very long time, and I earned my keep. And I think that speaks for itself. So you don't got to like me, but you got to respect me.
The man in the arena concept, right?
That's it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. I look pretty tonight.